I hereby introduce to you Mr. Michael Veazey.
Good afternoon and welcome to beautiful Bloomsbury here in central London. As you can see, the lovely architecture, and it's a very leafy part of the world. Now I'm here because I've just finished doing some music work, and as I've said, I keep my music work going only insofar as I want to do it now, which is a great luxury, and I choose to keep doing some piano playing because I love playing the piano and it keeps me in sort of musical and pianistic shape. Use the fingers working in a way that is different from tapping away at a keyboard. So one thing I've been doing today is playing for auditions. Now, what the hell has this got to do with Amazon? Well, actually, it just struck me so many of the mentality things that I'm starting to notice in mentees and in members of the Facebook group and members of the mastermind as well. And generally the issues that come up with business are pretty much the same things that come up in any challenging yet worthwhile endeavor. And those are the things that I've just been experiencing in an audition. So in an audition, let me just explain quickly what happens. So you've been auditioning people today to sing in a choir. So they come in, they have to sing a piece, they have to sing some music from a choir piece, and then they have to sing music from a choir piece that they have not had sent to them in advance, right? That's a fairly typical format for an audition. So what tends to happen, people do things like they come in, the music for the pianist is a mess, so nobody can understand it. They haven't prepared the piece that they have supposed to have prepared, and then they don't deal with reality very well when it doesn't go the way they want. They tend to stop and go, oh sorry, oh can I just do that again? And the conductor quite rightly said, no, you can't do that again. You've got to just keep going and correct and get back on the horse as you go. And it struck me, I thought, well, what a neat and simple little mindset, but of reminder that is for us as Amazon sellers or as entrepreneurs in a broader sense. More importantly, first of all, prepare. If Christmas is coming, it's not going to take a rocket scientist to know that the demand's going to go through the roof. In January, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, even if you never sold retail before in your life, to know that nobody's got any money left after Christmas, so January's pretty dead. Okay, the January sales are an attempt by retailers to change that, but that is not necessarily going to make huge impacts, right? And so that's predictable. You can prepare for that. You can prepare for the fact that it's going to cost you a lot of money to invest in inventory, so you can start to put that money on one side. If you're preparing to invest in a private label business, maybe you need to prepare in terms of getting another income stream. And if you're really smart, you'll prepare for the future income and, shall we say, the capital needs of your business by not giving up the day job too early if that's the source of capital. And a lot of people just kind of want to quit their day job within 5 seconds and starting a capital intensive business like Amazon. I think that doesn't make sense to me unless you've replaced that income stream. And to expect a capital intensive business to replace the income stream that you live off is kind of going backwards if you expect it to happen within 3 to 6 months. Actually, that's not preparing. Prepare for the fact that you need to put money in. That's a preparation thing. Prepare for the fact that Christmas is coming. So that's the first thing I would say. Just prepare. See things coming and prepare thoroughly for that which is foreseeable. Now, the second thing that people get wrong in auditions, and again get wrong in business every day, especially if you're new to business, right? It's a confidence thing. It's like you've done your preparation. Now, reality is going to differ in some cases from your preparation, and that's distressing. You know what? You need to get over that and keep going towards your goal. I don't mean don't adjust as you go, but don't give up and just go, oh, it isn't expecting, for example, Amazon's changed the reviews system. Oh, Michael, how can I possibly keep going now with my launch? Okay, well, you know what? The fundamentals of a launch, and I talked about this in another podcast, which hopefully you'll catch, but is all about getting ranked, getting sales ranks, and getting reviews is a secondary thing, although it's an important thing. Are there other ways of getting reviews? Yes. Should you explore that perhaps? Probably yes, again, rather than just sitting around saying, my plan A that I did prepare meticulously is no longer going to work, so now I'm going to give up. So that's the second thing, is just giving up when you've got a basic plan that's sound, but you need to adjust some details. Okay, get on with it then, adjust. Be relentless. Be relentless. If you've decided to do something, unless it's a disastrous decision, follow through and complete that mini project. Don't try and create a vast empire in one go with no practice, which is the final thing that I come back to again and again that musicians know about. That I would say musicians, let's split them up. Instrumentalists like violinists, pianists, famously they're guys that practice a lot. But anyone like a good guitarist whether classical or jazz or rock or whatever, will do their practice. Sometimes singers practice, sometimes they don't, right? If they don't practice, they tend to be the flaky ones, just like I said, they're easily put off. But you know, anyone who knows their stuff practices, which means you don't expect to be brilliant at a new skill straight away. You need to get training, you need to practice it, and you need to expect to make mistakes. Keep going and you'll get better over time, right? So that means don't plan for perfection. Don't plan for being good at business when you first start out. Plan for making mistakes. Plan for the fact that you may lose some money, so don't put all your money in one product. Plan for the fact that it will probably take you longer to learn the ropes than you want, so build that time in. Now plan for the fact that you should start small and ramp up. Now if you have no retail experience, going straight in with private label might be a bit extreme, and certainly if you have very small capital, it's very inadvisable. I would say you probably should start with retail arbitrage or online arbitrage. Now, I didn't start that way. I was pitched into private label and I had enough capital, and I thought, well, I'm going to plunge in feet first. And that's okay. It has its upsides, has its downsides, but really it's not particularly great idea to start with a massive, risky way of starting. So if you have another option, I would advise that. And then that's not what I was trained in 2 years ago. I don't have the ability to train you in retail arbitrage or online arbitrage, but there's plenty of people who do. If you're based in the United States, it's a bit of a no-brainer. I would go and find Jim Cockrum and his Proven Amazon course. I mean, he's really got such a great reputation amongst the people whose opinions I really respect. Privately talk to me about him and say, yeah, he's the best. But if you're based in the UK, a lot of his strategies for online arbitrage will probably work. Retail arbitrage works in a different way, but that's about as far as I can advise you with that whole thing, right? So I don't have the expertise to advise. I'm not going to advise you, right? So the final thing to say, go to a good teacher. If you're going to learn something new, get good training and connect with intelligent, like-minded people. The final thing I'll say about, somebody was just talking to me after the auditions and they said, yeah, my brother was at a music specialist school in the UK, at a cathedral school. He said he had to sing like 5-6 cathedral services a week, and he got amazing training, and he realized he went to university to study music, and he realized what incredible background that had given him. Now that's an example of a mixture between having a great trainer, the person who runs it, who I happen to know is a very good musician and a very good choir trainer and is tough but fair, and a peer group of other people with the same experiences and the same expectations of quality. If you hang out with the right people, your income will almost just go up by magic. Not magic is the wrong word, but by the power of association. Now, this is something a lot of people talk about, but few of us do. And I think it's really, really important to spend as much of your life as you can with successful people, not necessarily, uber successful, and stick around paying over the odds to kind of spend a little bit of money being pitched. I'll spend a lot of money being pitched to by some quote guru. I don't mean that. I just mean a group of your peers, people who are ambitious but at roughly the same level as you, and you can grow alongside each other. And I think that's a very, very powerful thing. And that is why in this lovely city of London, I run the London Mastermind for Amazing FBA. Now, I'm not doing a hard sell on this because we probably have sold out now in terms of the places we have available. I limited it to 10 for the first 2 months of the autumn, that is September and October, and we've got one place left, and I'm interviewing somebody for that place tomorrow. So it's by application only. If it does interest you though, I certainly will consider expanding that up to the maximum ever of 16 people in one room. We'll never have more than that, so we'll all be very intensive. If that interests you, amazingfba.com/mastermind. But more importantly than that, I think just take the general learnings from this situation. Make sure you prepare, make sure you're willing to deal with the fact that life can change, and stay relentless, guys, stay on it, and above all, get great training and get a great set of peers to teach you those skills of preparation and surviving real life rather than perfection. And if you can do those things, guys, I think that you are going to be in the 1% of people that do those things, and if you do those things, you will stand out and you will eventually succeed. Maybe quickly, maybe slowly, but you'll get there. So hope that was helpful. Little lesson from the music room and the music world for entrepreneurs. Speak to you in the next show.